Gibson Reedy here reporting for the Clarion News Now. No more sleeping in for students next year at Cleveland High School, for they have changed the times for both tutorial and professional development days will now take place in the afternoon. The Clarion first to report on this when papers went out school-wide reading morning tutorial gone. Now that is not the case. It has just been changed to the afternoon. So if you take a look there, the schedule on Wednesday and Thursday, school will end at about 2:10, where students will then have the option to either go home or attend their normal tutorial there in the afternoon. We wanted to talk with both students and teachers on both sides of this now sparked controversy across the school on if this was a necessary step to get kids into tutorial or not. Here's what they had to say.
We've been doing morning tutorial for probably close to 10 years, and the number of kids who are attending has diminished. There's a number of reasons. One is it gives parents and students, it's 8:15 every morning, be here at Cleveland and get to class. The second part is we actually anticipate a lot more students accessing and using tutorial.
Kind of like messes up with my schedules on Wednesdays and Thursdays on sleeping in. So
Morning or afternoon tutorial?
afternoon, definitely afternoon.
Why?
Because like in the mornings people like have a hard time waking up, and in the afternoons they're already at school, so they can actually go to teachers and ask them for help. Instead of morning, they have to wake up and then come to school, which like not a lot of people like to do.
I actually really like it because I would never go to tutorial because I slept in a lot, except now I can go to tutorial because it's at the end of the day.
How are you going to stop them from not just going home? How are you going to get them to come in to tutorial to see you in the afternoon?
I'll require them to come if they have to come, and it'll be something that they have to do that is graded. And if they don't show up to tutorial, then they can't get credit for that particular piece that I'm looking for. So it'll be a graded assignment.
I like it since it's after school. You get to leave home, or you get to leave for home early, and I think more people will attend it and actually see their teachers during tutorial.
Well, as of now, I don't have a complete opinion on it, but I can be sure that I'll really miss my morning sleeping in. But it looks so far that because the tutorial's at the end of the day, I think more students will show up to tutorial.
I'm not really sure how I feel yet, but I feel like either way, in the morning or after school, it's a privilege that we have this tutorial time because we can get help from teachers. But I still feel like some students don't take advantage of it because it's in the morning and they get to sleep in, but I also feel like they won't take advantage of it because it'll be after school and they'll be tired. But either way, there will always be students who don't take advantage of it and students who do.
I think it's a change for the better. We'll have a consistent start. Every day school starts at 8:15. I think that's a real positive. God says yes. I think more kids will come in, mainly because teachers will be able to see kids all day long and remind them.
How are you going to keep your students in check to make sure that they're not just going home and they're coming in to see you if they need to?
Well, I think that's a real important thing to say, because that's always been, as teachers, that's always been our understanding. If you ask someone to come to tutorial, then yes, they are required to come. Policy carries over. For example, if you asked a student to come in during tutorial to take a test and they didn't come, then they should suffer the consequences for that.
So as you can see, teachers extremely happy with the change, but students still complaining about not being able to sleep in, but they have to remember it's for a good cause. They still have to go to tutorial in the afternoon.
And all they have to do is go to bed 45 minutes earlier on Tuesday and Wednesday night, and it'll be the same thing the next day.
Ms. Jan Watt there, very, very intelligent woman. I would listen to her if you at all care about your education. Also changing next year, students now able to fill up all 8 classes. Now last year they were only allowed, to take 7. Now they're allowed to take 8. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, that has been changed. Students can now fill their schedule. Imagine that. So controversial controversy going around about next year already, just a couple days left in this year, so it will be interesting to see how it all plays out come next fall. As always, this is Gibson Reedy coming at you live from Cleveland High, the Clarion News.